Okay, y'all, I don't literally record this video too many fucking times. I don't know why I keep recording it, bro. But I think it's because I'm just loopy or whatever. But anyways, we just gonna get into it. We on Cueism number 4, my breakdown of what the fuck I feel in my experience, in my journey. Because it is what it is, and this is what it be, and it's me. But anyways, we're on number 4. I just got out the shower. I'm in my robe. Mind your business. Number 4, there's a war between your courage and your imagination. When I think of courage, I think of the heart. When I think of imagination, I think of the mind. I think of like Mother Nature and Odin. Translation: war has become the cancer of humanity, defined as a position of conflict between sovereign nations and states. The largest nation dwelling within the mind of humanity is the imagination. I like how I said nation, imagination, nation. Okay, our courage has become a state and expression of the heart. Now, we must ask, why do they create conflict of war between the heart and the mind? When you answer this question, you will begin the journey of inner peace. Okay. So, when I think of they, I think of society, because asking the question, why do they create conflict between the heart and the mind? They, I'm like, who the fuck is they? The first thing I think of is society and the energies within us. And the energies within us can be pressed on us from society, from our past, from our bloodline, just shit that we're connected to in this realm type shit. And I think of and religion, my personal experience that I had back when I was in Puerto Rico during the hurricane. We had no power for like 3 months in the area I was staying in, which was San Juan. We had no power for like 3 months, and during this time I like, even no internet connection, no nothing. I think it took we had got internet connection after a month or a month and a half or something. But we had no power and shit, so I had a lot of time to read the Bible. And that created a big ass war between my heart and my mind. So I had a lot of time to meditate and talk to myself, because we ain't had no motherfucking internet, bitch. We ain't had no motherfucking power. Like, a bitch had all the time in the world to meditate and talk to herself and talk to the energies within self and outside of self. And just in the area, bitch. Just the motherfuckers that was, because our fucking window was open. So just the energies that was just coming in that bitch. Just period. I had time. And I didn't understand that shit at all. My conflict came from confusion, because I didn't understand why the war was with my heart and my mind. I didn't understand why was I reading this shit that was a half-assed thought, because it wasn't a complete thought. It wasn't a complete imagination. And that since it's not being a complete imagination or a complete thought, because all the shit I was reading in the Bible, like, it just wasn't complete. It's like you're leaving out a part of some shit. It caused my heart space to be like, what the fuck? What have I been feeding you? What have I been giving to you? And it's not like penetrating it completely, because why am I questioning what should be the makeup of me and I thrive off of love, so why am I questioning my love? This has to be half an expression, half an imagination, half of a picture. It just wasn't making sense. I was reading the Bible word for word, page for page, book for book, and the shit was like confusing. It was retarded. It just wasn't making sense. Like, I'm like, how can people thrive off of this and get half-ass answers and act like this is okay? The fuck? So, yeah. And whatever I feed myself, that's what my heart has to like. And then let's even connect it on a deeper level. Let's say, because here goes another place where I had to literally create my own imagination, so my heart can feel right within this space of reality that is created for us as a whole, that we all created together, right? Type shit. So even with my generational curses that I was breaking, in my imagination, I could play out some shit that like, oh, me and so gonna be together. Me and da 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 gonna do this and do this. But I feel like this was no, in my heart. Bullshit. In my heart. This was coming from my heart. In my heart, I could feel that we were gonna be together. I could create a whole vision of how me and my children's father was gonna be together and all how this shit was gonna happen within my heart. Because I feel like I've been there before with him before. Even in a past life. Like, me and this nigga has a definite deep connection. Even the way I should have lined up, it was supposed to happen the way it was supposed to happen regardless. But in my mind, I knew that shit wasn't gonna work like that. I knew that's not how that shit worked. And that nigga definitely fed me the logic of that shit. That wasn't the reality for us. And that never had been our reality in our past. Through our generational curses, that never has been, like, our shit ain't never worked like that. But within my heart, I couldn't imagine how our shit was supposed to work. But also within my heart, I knew how this shit has already played out. And plus I knew from my grandmother and my mother. But when I started creating a real reality and a real love and really started connecting with him on really how this shit needs to be and how it's going to be and how we're going to break this shit, I just started talking to him in love, completely. Love for myself, love for what we made, and love for him. Even if he couldn't grasp it or see it. Close your door. Even if he couldn't grasp it or see it. So, within that, and me thriving off of my love, and him seeing, regardless, I don't give a fuck, I'm still gonna give you love no matter what the fuck you put me through, even if we're not together. Because when I was homeless, the nigga could have definitely helped me out. But it took him a while. It took me disciplining myself and loving myself and then loving my daughters and then loving him, because I knew it started with me. For shit to work how it needs to work. For me to create the reality that I needed to create it out of love, despite what my imagination was feeding me from my past and what my heart knew that it can create. So I don't fucking know. I feel like I just jumped with that shit up, but it felt like it was something when I first started this shit. But also, let me think. Yeah. So, okay, so the way that I found my inner peace, because I kind of want to sum it up, because I want to make this make sense almost in a way. The way that I found my inner peace was through creating love. And actually listening to my heart regardless. Because I couldn't really listen to my imagination. I even stopped, like I threw away those images, those dreams and shit a minute ago. And it seems like when I listen to my heart, I'm able to create a portion of, I'm able to create a portion or a part of what I can imagine. But it's not until like I let go and let be and really trust in the energies of me and my creators, because my creators are me and I am my creators, that I'm able to really receive that blessing in the aspect or in the, you know, the frequency it's supposed to be delivered to me in. Like, okay, for example, all that shit, all that love I gave to that nigga, all that shit, all that love, fuck it, that I gave to myself. Even me finding this place, when I found this place, I live in a beautiful tiny home. Y'all, I was looking at Section 8 housing. I still have Section 8 housing to pay back. I'm still in debt from one of my Section 8 housing. I didn't think that I could get a tiny home with a yard that my kids could play in. I want to cry. With the freedom to not have like fucking ghetto nosy ass neighbors looking at my shit, crackhead neighbors, to not have shootouts in my apartments, because of the last Section 8 shits I was staying in when I came back to Dallas. It was dangerous. It was dangerous in the motherfucker. They low-key up the street around the corner. You know, but like, this is my safety. Like, I ain't had no issues over here. Bitch, low-key got guard dogs and some other shit. Like, I'm very blessed. But it's because I let go and let be. And I really trust in God. It's even though I was at a low point, I was in survival mode. That's back when I was dancing. I was in a low point. But I think I even recorded a video. I don't even know if I posted it because I was in such a fucked up state. But I had literally like had got kicked out of my mama's house the day before, and I was recording. but like I didn't know, like, yeah, I could imagine myself and really manifested being in Section 8 housing again. But shit, I didn't even think about the old memories that I had from the past. Like, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just let go, let be, and I'm going to get what I deserve. And this is what I deserve at the moment. And this is beautiful. It's motherfuckers be like, oh, I wish I had that. And they doing better than me. But they feel like I'm doing good. And I'm only doing good because I deserve this. I worked for this. I like manifested this. But like, this is what it should be. And this is what it could be for them too. And I just be wanting to help motherfuckers. But like, how much am I going to give away from myself helping the next person? But yeah, I could imagine some bullshit, but I literally had courage and faith within myself, the aspects and parts of me. I need to stop playing and do a fucking name reading. Not a name reading, but get a fucking regression again. And really, really reboot myself for real. I low key probably do the hoes once a year. They so motherfucking strong. And but yeah. I literally just let go and gave myself courage. And then I feel like once you give yourself courage, your imagination creates itself for you. In the beat or in the frequency of your heart. Because I mean that's source. That's the source of you. I think I'm done.